If you have any kind of anxiety disorder, agoraphobia, OCD, BPD, ADHD, today I'm going to teach you better than any therapist or psychologist how to have a better relationship with your emotions and how to start living your life freely without being a slave to these patterns that make you feel stuck. Number one, you have to develop a nonchalant relationship to your emotions and thoughts, which means people with good mental health have a relationship to their emotions and thoughts that's kind of like, doesn't matter. Let me move forward in the direction of my valued actions. People who worsen their mental health over time have this kind of relationship. Oh, I need to give meaning to this. What does this emotion mean? Oh, no, go away. Oh, I'm judging you. Oh, why do I have this? Oh, spending time inside of my head. Oh, what's the story? That's the kind of relationship that people where it gets worse and worse and worse with their mental health have. So what you want to start doing is you want to understand that you have to change your priority in life to have better mental health. And you change your priority to living your life. It sounds so simple, but it's so epic. It is so fucking epic because you're literally changing the name of the game. Because your name of the game right now is fixing emotions, fixing thoughts, trying to get rid of emotions, trying to get rid of thoughts, being scared of emotions, trying to get relief from them, trying to avoid certain activities like going out with friends because of emotions and thoughts. And by that, you're creating more excessive emotions and thoughts because you show your brain that you're engaging with them. You have to understand that engagement with those emotions and thoughts is what teaching your brain that you want more of them, and your brain will give you more of that. You have to understand that your brain is literally like an algorithm, like a social media algorithm. Whatever you spent your watch time on, whatever you spent your time and energy on, the brain will give you more of. The problem is that you're doing that because it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable and it feels dangerous. It feels dangerous to have this anxiety. What if I go crazy? You have to understand that your brain will use any tricks for you to do the compulsions. Compulsions are the behaviors to try to control those feelings and thoughts. So your brain will do any tricks to get you to do those compulsions, those safety behaviors. And your brain knows if I give you uncomfortable emotions, if I give you uncomfortable thoughts, if I give you thoughts that you believe that this is dangerous and you need to fix it, you're gonna do it. That's why you can't trust your brain. You need to stop trusting the thoughts and the emotions. And instead, you need to proactively act on valued actions. Gym, building your business, hanging out with your friends, and doing that outside of your head. If you spend time outside of your head on those valued actions over time, you're showing your brain, because you make the other things inactive, that you don't care about those things anymore. And over time it drops it. Now it sounds so easy. It's not that easy because again, the brain gives you uncomfortable emotions and thoughts. And you're so used to that if you have uncomfortable emotions and thoughts, danger, right? You go to your mom and your dad and you're like, Mom, I have anxiety. And mom's like, what? Oh, my work colleague, she knows a therapist. Here you go. We want you to be safe, right? And then you make this big deal out of anxiety, which is every human has anxiety. This is what Mark Freeman taught me, and this is so true. And this is why the mental health industry is fucked. Anxiety is normal. Excessive anxiety is not. When it comes to excessive anxiety, it was normal anxiety engagement. You have to understand that. Seriously. And that's why it's a practice. It's not like people always think, and I used to think that too, oh, I just have to find this perfect perspective. I just have to find this perfect mythology, this perfect trick. No, like everything else in life, it's a fucking practice. It's a practice. It's a moment-to-moment practice. It's a skill that you learn. Great mental health is a skill. And it's the same as a skill with like ice skating or tennis. Like you don't find like the perfect trick or driving, anything. You do these things over time. You drive over time. You're on the ice skating ring over time. You fall down, you get up, you find your balance. Your neurology finds its balance, etc. Right? It's the same thing with mental health. It's a moment-to-moment practice, and you want to see it as a moment-to-moment practice, and you want to be excited about that you found a solution here with this video, that you found a solution that's actually sustainable. Because I can tell you, I tried out so many things, and there's so many gimmicks out there where you get like this placebo effect. It's like you think you found the thing, it's like 2 weeks you feel better because you have like this placebo effect, right? But then it goes back because you haven't actually developed any skills. So, but I can tell you from my experience, when I started this process and over time I developed these skills over months and months, everything got easier because I developed actually a fitness. I developed an emotional fitness. And when you have a fitness, it's sustainable because like at the gym, if you learned how to push 80 pounds or 100 pounds, you can do that sustainably if you keep practicing. But you can do that sustainably. It's not like this new rocket science that you have to invent. You're gonna be able to have that emotional fitness sustainably, and you're gonna have the ability to move forward in your life with less stress because you have more emotional space, because you're not that reactive. And this is the next important step that you have to understand. All your problems came from reactivity. Reactivity to those emotions and thoughts is your problems. So the antidote to that, the other side, is going to be proactively setting valued actions. I have to look here on this side. Look at this side with the recorder. I have to see you guys here. You have to proactively, the valued actions, set them, because that's how you show your brain what you actually want to engage with. And when you set proactive actions based on your values, you're actually living your life based on what you want instead of living your life based on trying to fix feelings and emotions. And that's why being nonchalant with those thoughts and emotions, okay, yeah, whatever, brain, and I'm still gonna move forward. It's gonna be a practice. You're gonna fail, you're gonna win. You're gonna fail, you're gonna win. But the only thing, as Mark Freeman says, you want to take up more territory. And over time, the more territory you take up, the easier it gets, the more momentum you take up. Very important, you want to start from the beginning of the day. Because when you wake up, momentum stopped, right? You woke up overnight, momentum slowed down. So now you can create new momentum. But if you ruminate, if you go back to rumination, if you go back to trying to fix these feelings, if you go back to giving meaning to these emotions and thoughts, you go back to having fucking problems. Because your brain's like, hey, let me give you more of that. And then it's this snowball effect from the beginning of the day that gets bigger and bigger. And the brain just gives you more and it's harder to turn it around, right? That's why life is about momentum. Oh, it's for rent. I want to move to Venice, so. That's why life is about momentum, okay? So you want to see it as a moment-to-moment practice and be excited that you actually found something sustainable instead of finding these lying-ass fucking tricks and tips and this and that. Like, I'm a genuine person who actually changed their brain, who's teaching you something that actually works. You can confirm that just by going on my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and look at all the comments of people who just changed their life because of my videos. Now, and that's not even speaking yet about my one-on-one coaching clients, right? Who changed their life drastically because I coached them one-on-one, helped to change their priority from being reactive to emotions and thoughts to valued actions. So start practicing. If you want to go deeper, check out my emotional fitness book. I put it in the description. It helped so many people. You learn step by step how to do cognitive diffusion, which, if you don't know, it's a differentiation between you and your brain. So you're not identified with the brain, because a lot of people are identified with their thoughts. They think they are their thoughts and they act from those thoughts, right? So in my book, you learn cognitive diffusion. You learn how to find your values. You learn meditation. You learn how to spend time outside of your head with different methods. And there's beautiful animations in there so you can visually understand better how the algorithm of the brain works. With that being said, let me know, guys, what videos you would like to see if you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys next time.